Hello, welcome. If this video found you, your angels, your teachers, your masters, your loved ones, spirit, God, whatever you like to call that invisible but potent energy of oneness, they have your back and they brought you here. So thank you. My name is Mystic Maya. If you're new here, welcome. I have the AC on because it's really hot. Today is like 82 degrees here in California, and I'm feeling so excited for this message that needs to come through. And what's so funny is I don't really know yet what needs to come through, but I can feel it energetically in my body that it's gonna be a good one. And I pulled some angel cards. It's funny, I want to light my Palo Santo, but I brought this. We're gonna spray that too. I pulled 3 cards just to kind of get a sense of what I'm gonna riff about. So I have some topics in mind that will be kind of like the catalyst seeds, 111 as I say that. But I will say, with anything in life, use your discernment, okay? This right here is just 2 friends having an open dialogue. I'm gonna flow, I'm gonna bring spirit in as a vessel. I am a vessel, you are a vessel. And together, we have to be mindful what is ours and what isn't ours, right? And I think that's like a big part of living in alignment, living in integrity, is learning how to even use your discernment. What does that even mean? What does that even look like, right? What does discernment even feel like? What is it as a flow, as a tone, as a style? Because that in an essence takes time to understand, right? And I think this is a really good segue because one of the cards that I pulled, actually, I'll let you know the 3 cards that I pulled. We have support, we have truth and integrity, and we have romance. And I love these 3 because it's interesting, because romance, yes, it can be, you and a partner. But I feel like there's this essence of learning how to really have a romance with yourself first, so that it can ripple effect in all your relationships, whether that's with your, divine partner, your soulmate, whatever you want to call it, or even your friends, your family, your environment in your workplace, even the strangers that you meet. If you don't know how to have an endearing romance with yourself first, how can you have an incredible mutual, relationship and romance with someone else? It starts from the inside out. And that is such a potent message right now. I am going to open my my little drink to just get some water vibrations in my throat chakra. I feel like when I channel, my mouth gets dry and I just feel like because I feel the heat, I guess I'm trying to say. So I need hydration to ground me, because then I'll be a little bit too airy. And it's so cool, as I say this, I see a rock right here and it says love on it. I'm not sure. I'll see if I can bring you guys in for it, but you guys see that? Okay, you can't really read it, but it says love in like a green type, in a green paint, graffiti paint. Spray paint. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was like a little bit of a bringing you in for the flow. Let me get centered here and just come back to this message. Maybe let's actually take 3 deep breaths together. This is going to be an invitation, confirmation burp, to just ground. This video definitely found you for a reason, and you're gonna start to connect the dots as we go deeper and deeper in this channeled message. But essentially, everything has to start from a grounded state to really be in alignment. And if it's not, that's when we start to get into this whole vibration of being out of alignment, out of this frequency of embodiment. Wow. As I opened the windows, I just felt the silence and the vastness of nature. And it just felt like a really big hug. And I feel like if this is what I'm feeling right now, this is an invitation for you, my dearest friend, to go immerse yourself in nature. So we're going to talk about support. We're going to talk about truth and integrity and romance. And I'll start first with support, right? A lot of us, if you're, a spiritual being in a human body, most likely, you had big T trauma or small t trauma in your childhood. And there was a part of yourself within your inner child that really, really wanted to be heard, to be seen, and to be loved and celebrated. And all of those together, to me, falls under the umbrella of support. Loved, heard, celebrated, seen. This is all under the umbrella of support. Now, the only thing is, there's also another extension to that, which is faith. Faith in God, faith in a higher power, faith in your angels, or whatever omnipresent energy that you believe in. There's no right or wrong here, okay? But we are taught not to challenge what we can't see. But if you can't see it, it's not real. And that, my friend, is where I think we just experience so many problems on this planet. When we just override the fact if we can't see it, it's not real. Support comes in many shapes, sizes, energies. And I feel like the message here today is really about opening up your eyes, not just these two, but your third eye and your heart eye to what you can't see, but what you can feel. Open up the senses, your senses, because there's a difference in believing in God, a higher power, angels, to trusting God, a higher power, angels, etc. We can believe, but then there's trusting. And this is like where it feels so prominent, and it feels like really just like heavy, but like in a beautiful way, that this just has to be like a very potent message, because I feel it here that your support system that you cannot see but are there for you 24/7, they're asking you to trust in them more. Can you trust equally to how much you believe in them? And wherever you are on your spectrum, on your roller coaster of discovering what is faith to you, what is an omnipresent support system feeling like to you, whether you're just starting that seeking path, or you're in the middle, or you're feeling really strong, no matter where you are, there's always an opportunity to surrender and surrender some more. Gabrielle Bernstein says that. She's an inspiration of mine. But there's always going to be an opportunity. No matter how much you know, we're always going to be asked to put on that hat again of the beginner and see with new eyes. And right now, you, my friend, which I'm a reflection of you, so we, I, you, me, we're being asked to truly tune into the trust factor. And the trust factor goes into truth and integrity. Because once you know who you are, the light and the shadow aspects of you, without judgment, you understand your truth. And that is a journey in itself. And again, you might be at the start of this journey, you might be in the middle, you might really know who you are and you're just ready to freaking be you on blast. But maybe you're in the start. Maybe you're just this like very curious individual who is just now understanding what it means to build healthy boundaries, to question religion, to question your upbringing, to question society, to question everything. And maybe you're in the midpoint where you're questioning and you're trying. You know what it feels like to be out of alignment, and you know what it feels like to be in alignment, and you're still kind of figuring out the scale. And that's okay. The in-between, the liminal space between anything in life, right? Because life is based on duality, right? We have the good, the bad, the right, the wrong, the left, the right. You know, it's like never ending of like di, da, du, da. Like that's life, right? But then where the magic truly is in that in between, which is liminal space. That is liminal space. That's silence. That silence is full of wisdom. Oftentimes we get mistaken that silence is empty. But I invite you to question that, because it's in that liminal space that we build integrity, that we build truth, that we build our discernment, that we build our alignment. And we start to understand how we're going to live an embodied life based on our values, not the values that we were taught, not the values that society tells us, not the values in religion. I mean, if those are in alignment with you, yay, like awesome, right? But if they're not, dare to be the one to question them. Dare to write your own freaking story. Dare to write your own values. You don't have to live by the values of others. You can recreate your own values. Okay? Spirit, what else wants to come through? I'm going to just take a moment and sip this as we see what's next on the platform. Yeah. That's nice. I love spritzes. This is like an old bottle, so I'm recycling this bottle, but I'm a huge fan of rose water. I spray this on my face all day, every day, before bed. It's just like my simple beauty tool to just awaken, realign, and hydrate. And when I finish these bottles, I always like to put water and essential oils. And I think I forget which essential oil this one is, but I think it's geranium, which I love. So good. But yeah, we're just like bringing that freshness. It is a hot day today. This might be a reminder to be hydrated when we are going through evolution of the soul, evolutions of our soul, awakening, transmuting in an energy of alchemy. We need to be hydrated, man, because our cells is doing some serious work. We got confirmation from the crows, which I know what I want. Okay, so you might know this book, Animal Speak. I love this pocket guide. And it's funny because I was having like a super hard day not too long ago, and in general, like I never really looked at crows as like a positive sign, but I think that's just because they have a really bad rep. Like I think they need new PR, honestly. Crows, I got you. I'm gonna help you out here. And I'm very observant to all of like the animals and insects, and I think we just had a queen bee, like a bumblebee, a black one, just like fly on by. So that's something, we're gonna look that up. But I want to remind you the sign of a crow, the symbol of a crow, because crows get a bad rep, truly. Like, yes, they're these like darker birds, but when you look at a crow close up, the feathers are like these deep purples and greens, and it's like very magical looking. So it's like there's more than meets the eye, right? And I feel like the message of a crow is just not what you would expect it to be. And that's what I love about the crow now, like, because what it means, and this is like so beautiful, and let me know if this resonates, because maybe this is the sign, the symbol that you've been seeking for, to just let you know that you're okay and that you're safe. And the sign goes like this. So crow means magical help. Unexpected help with problems and obstacles is at hand. There's a car, which means things are moving fast. Okay, we're gonna start from the beginning, because that car took me out of the flow. But that's a good sign as well, because that car was zooming on by. So that means things are happening quick. So get ready. If you're in a place of pause, just know it is so special to be in a place of pause, because place of pause sounded kind of funny. A place of pause, place, pause. When you're in a place of pause, you're recalibrating. You are literally being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Life is not meant to be all surviving. You're meant to thrive. You're meant to enjoy. You're meant to feel safe. So the crow's message is magical help. Unexpected help with problems and obstacles is at hand to bring relief. Your magic is calling, and it will be answered. Amen to that. I love that. I love that for you. Now, I wanted to look up the bee, because you guys didn't see it, but I saw it. So, so it's interesting, because it was like it was a stronger. I mean, sorry, I'm reading I'm saying what I'm reading. Whoa, confusion there. The brain is clearing up. Crown chakra. We're going to take a pause. I feel like when there's like a lack of clarity, when you struggle on your words, it's just kind of this like lower frequency that's having a hard time. It doesn't want you to like tell the message. The bee symbolizes fertility. I hope you guys hear all that, and I'm just not like, you guys hear that? So cool. There's so many like sounds. I love it. So the bee, fertility. This is a time of fertility and strong sexuality. Extract honey while the sun shines. Be creative in as many ways possible. Another sign of a biker just going downhill. Another one. Okay. So the bee is a sign of fertility and strong sexuality. Extract honey while the sun shines. Be creative in many ways possible. So I love that, because our third card is romance, right? And I feel like there's so many ways that we can look at sexuality, sensuality, and of course there's, the typical commercial way. Well, it's not just commercial. I mean, it's a part of life. It's one of the most sacred acts we can do is making love, there's all these animals like flying by. I'm like, oh my gosh, having sex, like intertwining two energies, becoming one, two but one. Like, this is such a sacred act. And I feel like romance, right? A lot of us really believe that we're only going to be whole and complete when we have the partner, when we have the job, when we make the money, when we have the house, when we have the car, when we have the when we have all these external things. But we can't forget that true success, true wealth, true happiness, true joy is an inward journey. True sexuality is from within. When you are in love with yourself, you are magnetic. You are sexy because you are so just in a high vibration of knowing thyself. And that's fucking amazing. That's creativity at its finest. And I feel like the beat comes in to remind us to be in tune with our sensuality. Whether you're a man or a woman, like we each have a divine masculine and a divine feminine. Connect to that divine feminine of yours, of you, to the softness, to the vastness, to the element of creation. We got music. Okay? So I can go on and on about that, but I think for now that might be it. Let's see if Spirit wants to say anything else. Let's see also, and I took some it's interesting. I wrote like a little, okay, so I'm going to end on this, and if it connects or doesn't connect, I don't know, but lately I've been reflecting just on my own personal journey. I was guided to look at photos from the last 3 years. So maybe this is a sign for you guys, for you. I say guys because I just feel like this is like I'm talking to a collective, but I know that we're just having a one-on-one conversation. But this could be a sign for you to go into your photos and just see the evolution that you've done, because you've done a lot. If you're watching this 22 minutes in and you're here and you're present, you're a light in this world. You are a creative mystic. You are a multi-dimensional being. You are not an ordinary person. You're here to shake things up, to create impactful change in this beautiful world. I do believe that everyone is unique, for sure, you know. It's interesting because it's like there's a lot of people that walk around and they truly believe that they are special, but they do it from a place of ego and not from love. And I feel like it puts a bad rep on feeling special, because who wants to feel special when it's like draining, you know? And that's not to judge those who really see themselves as special and they have these big egos, because we're all kind of learning and growing and evolving in our own special way, and there is no right or wrong. We all start and end somewhere. But what I'm trying to say is that you are special. You are. You're meant to be seen in a big capacity. And that might be a lot for you to handle as far as like taking that in your nervous system right now. So just be gentle with that notion. Slowly start getting curious with the fact that you're meant to take up space, because you are. You, my friend, are meant to be super, super magnetic. And you're going to do it in your own unique, special way. So sit with that. Create space with that, because it's so easy to give unconditionally. But can you receive unconditionally? Can you? Sit with that and let me know how that lands. But I'm going to read to end. Kind of, it's supposed to be a rap, but I don't yet have like a, what's it called? Like not lyrics, like music for it. So I'm going to read it as a poem. And I think it goes hand in hand because we're talking about crows. But I've been reflecting a lot of my journey, right? It's just so crazy how much you can actually transform within a year, within 3 years, you know, and time is really an illusion. It really is. You can do a lot in 365 days. And when you truly believe in divine timing, you're never late to the party, if you know what I mean. You always arrive exactly when you're meant to, because every door that opened and every door that closed was a part of the evolution to get you to that very moment where everything lines up. And there'll be multiple moments of that, of feeling really in alignment and also really out of alignment, because that's life, the duality effect. And it's in that in between that we were talking about, where we alchemize, where we take our power back, where we turn poison into medicine, where we turn pain into power in art and flow and relatable conversations that impact the world on a huge ripple effect. But it starts with the one. We can't underestimate the power of the one. All right. So here we go. You ready? You ready? I've been around the block, flying crows in a flock. I learned the long way, the hard way, that I am the clock. Time is an illusion, just like you wanting me captured in a cage, squawking sadness to your madness. But I choose to listen to the knocks on my door, tuned into the vastness, sparks of hope, reflecting I'm meant to soar. I'm a hawk of light and ready to fight. Anyone who dares to clip my wings, I'll be forever flying high. That's all I have so far. It still needs an ending, so I'll keep you guys posted on the poem. But this was my journey. Like, what I'm kind of unfolding here is the journey of being out of alignment, because I understand what it means to be out of alignment. I do. A lot of people see this face and they're like, oh, she's got it all figured out. She had everything on a golden spoon. And you know what's funny? I don't even like correcting people. I'll let them. I'm in my let them era, where I have been since I was born. I just, like, I don't care to correct anyone, because I know my story. I know my worth. I know everything that I am. All the parts of me. I've got dark parts of me. I've got super magnetic, high vibrational parts of me. I have it all. I know what it feels like to be poor, and I know what it feels like to be wealthy. I know all of that and the in between of that. And this video is not to like share my story right now. This is not where I want to go with this. And it's also not to be like, boo-hoo, me, you know. But I do believe that, like, all of us, we understand alchemy. As human beings, we've all experienced pain. And it doesn't matter what shape, what size you experience it, it's valid. It is what it is. And it's potent medicine. You cannot compare people's stories. No matter how poor you are or how rich you are, you've got truth. You've got pain. You've got joy. You've got flow. You've got art within you. You've got anger within you. You've got it. The exterior is just extra details. It's the soul that matters. Because the soul has been on its own journey too. The soul never dies. So anyways, I'm piecing all these like more in-depth conversations together, but the point of it is to say, I guess in a nutshell, get curious with the book instead of judging its cover. Life is about curiosity. It's not about putting things in like these perfect little boxes. When we put things in little boxes, it's just to feel safe, right? We do that to feel safe. So what we really need is to feel safe, ground ourselves, explore what's really alive in us, you know? So anyways, I went on a whole sidetrack there. This is my longest video yet. Take what you need, leave behind what you don't, because I did a lot of like piecing of topics, but that's how I flow. And yeah, just know that the light in me sees the light in you, and I really appreciate you for being here till this very moment. If you decided to stay until this very moment, please consider subscribing to the tribe. We're small at the moment, but we're gonna grow together, and I can't wait to hear how this video resonated with you. If there's anything specific that was like, oh my gosh, yes, please comment down below. I love having open dialogue with my soul tribe. So please, if you feel the pull to like create or spark a conversation with me, just know that I'll be there for you. I love it, and I can't wait. I'm at the point in my journey where every notification that goes off on my email that I get a new subscriber or a new comment, I'm celebrating. And this, okay, I know I said last message, but this is coming in so strong. Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the small wins. If this is coming through right now, it's because you need to hear this. Don't be afraid to celebrate the small wins, because the small wins are the big wins, my friend. So I literally celebrate every comment, every like, every subscriber, like as if it's like 100,000, you know, or 1 million. And coming back to the essence of don't underestimate the power of one, because the one equals the many. And together as a collective, we're gonna rise. Because if we found each other till this moment, I see you, I love you, I feel you, I celebrate you. And we've got big things to do, so let's fucking do it by celebrating the now. Wow. All right, like I said, this is the longest video yet, so woo. All right, love you.